Hello everyone, and welcome back to Everyday Husband Quotes, the channel for marriage advice, marriage entertainment, and everything else marriage. Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. The last two episodes of TI&Tiny's Friends and Family Hustle has been really hard on LeToya and Tommy's marriage. Now, spectators are saying, one, they rushed to the altar too soon. Two, with them having issues in their marriage, they shouldn't be trying to bring a new baby into the picture. And three, they didn't take the time to really get to know one another. After Tommy posted this picture on his social media account, fans responded by giving their blunt truth about Tommy's behavior towards his wife LeToya. Now check out some of these comments from the fans, but LeToya does respond to it all by saying this. She says, "I was a fan of the show. I loved how it showed Tip in a positive light. When the show first came out, he had just gotten out his situation. You know, there was a lot going on. And this show helped for people to really see him for who he was and the people who were affected during this time, which is his family, the most important people in his life. First of all, I knew I could trust the production company at that time, because if they were able to do that for them, for Tiny and Tip, then I knew I could trust them with my family, my new family. And so yes, it was terrifying to me because, you know, I am a very private person, and I have always been a person like that. Like, what y'all don't know won't hurt y'all, and what y'all don't know ain't none of y'all business." But I was just like, that's cool. But at the same time, me and my husband had some relatable issues, and I love black love. We were newlyweds at the time. I was expecting. I was on a whole brand new journey when we decided to go ahead with this show. And it was with some of my favorite people like Monica, Toya Wright, Tiny, people I have all grown up with. So I was like, these are people that I know and that I love and that I trust and that I'm actually friends with. So yeah, I gave it the go ahead. Now the cameras captured every little thing that goes on, and it's not always perfect, but it's real. I told my husband at the beginning, before we even taped our first scene, I said, listen, I don't know about reality TV, but what I do know as far as being in front of the camera, which I'm pretty experienced with, they don't have what you don't give them. So whatever you give them, they gonna take. And I think we've gotten very comfortable with the camera at this point in our third season, and things have just happened. Now this season, out of all of them, have been the toughest. Last season, my husband lost his mom. It was very emotional, like an emotional roller coaster, hands down. Just trying to figure out a way through such a tragedy. Also, aside from that, we were brought up differently, and that's what happens with marriage. When you have two worlds trying to collide with one, that's not always simple. That's not always the easiest thing to do. We're learning each other, and has it been an easy journey? Absolutely not. We're also a blended family. I have a beautiful daughter in love who is 8 going on 25. I just had my daughter, and she's a year and some change, and then I'm pregnant again. So it's been an emotional roller coaster, and I'm so glad we decided to do counseling. I was kind of nervous, especially counseling on camera, but I've been going to counseling since I was like 17, 18 years old. So that's the only reason that I'm sane, and I know what happens in that room, and I know how vulnerable you have to be in order for there to really be change. You have to do the work, and especially being raised in the church, of course, people say just go to church and pray about it, and I get it. I'm one of those people too, but faith without works is dead, and if you're not doing the work, then you can't expect to change. So we're still going to counseling right now. Thankfully, we beefed it up, okay, and we're going a couple of times out of the week, but I'm really fighting for my marriage. You know what I mean? I feel like my husband is as well. It's painful to watch, trust me. Tommy walking around here with a hood on, he is so upset with what he's seeing on TV. He's upset with himself. But it's also been a great year because he gets to see himself. I get to see myself, like you get to see your behavior. If you didn't see it, you wouldn't want to change it. So at least there's that good part about it, like, oh my God, and then the world gets to see it while you get to see it. And I did not get married to get a divorce. I am a person who doesn't give up easily. I don't deal with disrespect. We can't do that. But I am fighting. I got my gloves on right now, and it is taking work. It is taking patience, lots of prayer, and it is taking a lot, you know, of both of us looking in the mirror and, you know, really trying and having the hope and believing. My fans were so happy to see me get married, to have my family, because they know that's something that I always desire. That's something I've always wanted. So I've been working since I was 12 years old non-stop, and the one thing that I wanted was a family. You know what I mean? So I know they were super duper excited to see me finally start that chapter of my life. And I also know that it's probably difficult looking at some of what they see on TV and see what's going on, but just know that it's not perfect. So yeah, it's difficult, but it's something. And yes, it's challenging, but I know I'm in this season for a reason, and whatever God has me here for, I'm gonna learn the lesson, and we'll be able to move on from it. And hopefully Tommy will be able to learn the lesson as well and move on from it. So yeah, before I wrap up this video, I just want to say this: at the end of the day, marriage is a journey, it's work, it's hard work. Okay, you will not learn everything you need to know about a person in the dating phase of a relationship. Things take time to cultivate, and remember, everybody's relationship and marriage is different. What I won't put up with doesn't mean that the next person won't put up with it as well. And I get asked this question a lot about why is marriage so hard, and truth be told, okay, it is hard because you have made an obligation to stay with someone and work through the really difficult stuff in your marriage. It's easy to quit, it's easy to leave, but it's hard to stay and fight through it. So let me know what y'all think about all of this. Tommy is receiving a lot, okay, of backlash and some really harsh comments online, but he is manning up to it. So let's talk about it in the comments section. As always, thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will talk to you guys in the next video.